A warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this video series that we're creating specifically with our security partners. We recently concluded our Launchpad security event, and if you haven't had a chance to look at it, it's available on demand on LinkedIn now. I'd encourage you to go take a listen. Today on this video, I have a special guest, a partner called TrustKey. So let me quickly ask my friend Stephen to come over and uh, tell us who he is and what does he do at TrustKey. Stephen?
Hello, my name is Stephen O of the TrustKey. The TrustKey is the authenticator vendors. We are having um, the biometric keys and then non-biometric keys. And also our biometric key works beautifully with the Citrix Workspace. So I would like to invite you guys to actually experience the workplace, Citrix Workplace passwordless using our keys. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Stephen. I also have with me my colleague Anil. Anil, you want to tell our audience who you are and what do you do at Citrix?
Thanks, Rubel, and welcome to the interview, Stephen. Excited to have you here. I'm Anil Kumar. I'm a technical marketing architect in the Citrix Ready program, leading security integrations and working with a lot of exciting security technologies like TrustKey with their FIDO2 technology and security keys. And excited about all our recent announcements in the security launchpad. Thank you.
Thanks, Anil. All right, Stephen, I want to come back to you and let's try and dig a little bit deeper into what does TrustKey do and how do you guys integrate with Citrix?
Right. So as I said, we are authenticator vendors, and our key works with the Citrix Workspace, and obviously the Azure AD of the Microsoft works beautifully. It's been working like that, many years, and then this is, I guess the prime time to actually use it without any problems. It's very seamless. Especially using a biometric key. When you register key, you just touch it. You just scan your fingerprint. That's it. No typing. Um, you don't have to type any IDs, or you don't have to type any password or even PIN. You just touch the security key and that's it. Thank you.
Awesome. Anil, I want to come to you for a minute and understand the Citrix's side of story on security. Can you probably give our audience a primer on what we are trying to do in the security space?
Definitely. So if you, like Rubel said, if you haven't heard some of the recent announcements which we made, it's available on demand in our Citrix Launchpad series, especially the security line. On a high level, we introduced the secure private access. This is our new cloud offering on security. It replaces our previously or current Citrix Secure Workspace access, and it's primarily focused on providing adaptive authentication and adaptive access controls to any applications within or outside the Citrix workspace. So that's one thing we introduced. The second thing we introduced was a new joint initiative with Google Chromebooks, Citrix Workspace, and Citrix Secure Internet Access that enables zero trust environment. And last but not the least, we've added bot management capabilities into our Citrix web app and API protection service. Obviously, all these you can find more details and some of the detailed blogs and the event recordings available on demand.
Thanks so much for that primer, Anil. Stephen, I want to come back to you and
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about, are you seeing any customer challenges specifically in the security domain that TrustKey is trying to address or has solved for some of our joint customers?
Right. The many customers in Korea and Japan and United States, they uh, implemented this, Citrix, products, or like Azure products, and they just do that, and then they don't know what to do with it. They're still using a password. So then they have a concern. Oh, everybody's using passwordless. How will they do that? So we actually talk to them how they configure the system, and somehow, and then they use it, and then they said, okay, then can I have your keys to, test our systems? And they once they get it and just done it, and they really like it because it's much safer and it's really easy to use, and the satisfaction is really high. So we had this many different this kind of cases over the Korea and Japan and United States and even Europe.
Just to add on to
Mhm.
that, so why do customers really go for passwordless? That's the main issue we want to address here for our joint customers. So passwords, like we all know, it's an age-old way introduced in the 1960s to be. It was one of the ways to share access to mainframe computers by many users, and since then we've all relied on passwords to protect our sensitive data in essentially every online activity ever since. And but uh, what we've also known as passwords have been showing their age. Hackers and bad actors have long known it's much easier to steal passwords than to break into networks or applications, which is why one of the vendors called Verizon's in their breach report in 2019 reported at least 80% of hacking related breaches involved passwords, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of customers, a lot of enterprises are going into passwordless.
Right. Yeah. One of our customers actually they somehow because of the it was not they didn't use a single sign-on like in Citrix, but they use multiple applications. So employee had to use three different password, and three different password had three different policies. So they had to change one password for 15 days, and another password to 45 days, and you cannot reuse your password. So even though it's not safe as Daniel said, but it's really cumbersome to remember, or
Right.
you just cannot remember all those three passwords. That is every renew the password again every month. So what they try to do, they just write down the password and then stick so
Right.
that's not security, right? So they change it to the FIDO based passwordless. They completely eliminate that problem, and there's no password stress, and safer and much easier to use.
Exactly, and when you spoke about this incident, Stephen, this speaks to my heart. Having to change that password, every few months or every few weeks, it's such a pain, and I guess all our audience will agree to it. Well, also, the integration that we've done with TrustKey, which means obviously from an end user perspective, it makes life very convenient, but also for our IT admins to manage the whole IT infrastructure of an organization to, provide robust security to it. I think it makes their life simpler as well. Well, enough for us talking about it, Stephen. I know you have a short demo, which we can show our audience. So let's get into that.
Yes. Yes. Just so this is Citrix Workspace, and you sign in. And the right bottom, this is our key is blinking. Just touch it. This is it. So easy. So you don't type anything. You just click, and then scan your fingerprint, and then yeah,
Right.
no,
And the
you don't have to
advantage of
remember.
Right, and the advantage of FIDO2 is like shown in the demo. The Stephen did not even have to enter his username. The key kind of detected it, and the login was very seamless without
Right.
any username and password. And that's one of the main agendas of FIDO2 authentication, to make the
Right.
password user login experience as simple as possible.
Right. So it's a simple and it's secure, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Um,
That's great, gentlemen. I think if I've had to sort of recap our discussion here, TrustKey is trying to simplify life for end users as well as IT admins. The solution provides a robust security key that has biometrics inbuilt. And this is great integration that we've built that customers can use on Citrix Workspace. Have I got that more or less
Yes.
on point?
Let me add one more thing. So many people who haven't had an experience with the biometric key is always concerning about, oh, what about my biometric fingerprint? How do you deal with it? Is it the biometric templates gonna transmit to the server? So it's not. So the biometric stays in the device. So and then your biometric data is stored encrypted, that is not accessible from the outside. So your biometric information is really safe, and if you lose it, nobody can actually get it. So you don't have to worry about any biometric security concern using biometric keys.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for bringing that point out. I think it's very important in these days to make sure our information is secure and nobody sort of gets unauthorized access to it. All right, gentlemen, this has been great, and let's try and wrap up here. Stephen, our audience now are interested in TrustKey solutions. Where do you want to send them if they need more information about TrustKey?
Yes, visit us at www.trustkeysolutions.com. TrustKey Solutions, one word, trustkeysolutions.com. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much. And thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the time to watch this video. You can also find the information about TrustKey solutions on citrixready.citrix.com. With that, until next time, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.